We're going to take a deep dive into the 89 Fleer Billy Ripken F-Base card, cover all the variations, but more importantly, tell you what boxes you need to look for to be able to hit the F-Base card.
Rips and Brews, card rips, beer sips. Rips and Brews, featuring vintage sport flips and king of pennants. Pennants, 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 pennants. Rips and Brews, card rips, beer sips. Rips and Brews, featuring vintage sport flips and king of pennants.
Welcome to the Rips and Brews. I am Keith, Vintage Sport Flips.
I'm Andy, the king of pennants.
So guys, today in this video, we're going to cover the Billy Ripken 1989 Fleer F-Face error card. I mean, it's sort of an error. It wasn't really necessarily a print error, just something they realized after the fact and went through a bunch of different ways to try to correct it.
Probably the most famous error slash, collectible error card there is in there, I would say. Not the most expensive though, for sure.
No, but nostalgic, and they've redone this card in Topps products with Jackson Holiday, or the Jackson Holiday card. So it's definitely a card that people collect, and there's some wild variations of it. So if you don't know what we're talking about, here's the F-Ace card right here. So Billy Ripken is seen there posing with his bat, and on the end of the bat, you can see doesn't just say F-Face. There's the whole word there, right on the end of the barrel. And Fleer did not realize this until they put out a lot of the product. And I'll take you through the most important part of this video will be towards the end, what boxes have the potential to hit the F-Face.
Yep.
Because that was the main error card. The most common one, though, you can hit is the black square card, which is the last variation that came out. That's the most common variation that most of the boxes that you find on eBay, that's probably the only card you really have a shot at in those boxes, not the F-Ace or the other variations. So, Andy, you have some of the variations in your collection, right?
Yeah, I think I have a couple of the original F-Ace, and then I think maybe a black box, but I know that there's like white, there's a white box maybe.
We're gonna cover that. Yeah, we're gonna cover all of them. Yeah.
I don't have any of the really hard to get ones. I don't.
Yeah. Think. So we'll take you through the whole group of them, and I'm gonna give you some values as well in some of the higher grades.
Yeah.
So obviously we just talked about the first F-Ace, the main card.
The base F-Face.
The base F-Face before they started correcting it.
Yeah.
That card in a PSA 10, about $880 in a 10. Yeah. PSA 9, right around on average $195. PSA 8, $125. Yeah. So definitely a desirable card, not hard to find. I mean, hard to find in a box. Me and Andy pulled one on my other channel on one of our lives. But not super hard to find. If you're looking for it on eBay, it's out there. Right.
Sure.
So when they realized it, they did a bunch of things to try to cover up the F-Ace on the bat. Mm-hmm. The black square, which we talked about, the most common one, the black box, was the last one, but definitely the most common of the variations you can find. In the PSA 10, only $100 card, really. PSA 9, $35. PSA 8, like $22 on average. And raw, this card is probably a few bucks. If you find it out at a flea market or something. So that's the easiest one to find. Of any of these cards we're talking about, the next easiest, but it's harder to find than the F-Ace or the black box, is the black scribble. And Andy, I don't know if you knew there's a bunch of even sub variations of this where there's different versions of the scribble. Like they just covered up the F, they covered up everything. I don't know why. Yeah, I didn't know why so many people were like trying to correct it. There should have been one like quality control guy, right?
Yeah, right.
There's like 10 different people working on this. But yeah.
And a team of scientists trying to figure out how do we fix the problem?
Yeah. So that's the black scribble, and I don't know if any of the variations of the black scribble carry a big value difference than the others. Yeah, PSA 10, $550.
Okay.
PSA 9, $100. PSA 8, $45. Now, you see it a lot less commonly than the F face. I think even though it's rare,
Yeah.
the F face still has that allure of, people want that card more than the black
Yeah.
scribble.
Agreed.
Another interesting thing you could see, which I don't think grading companies will put this on the slab, but I have some images of these. But I think the first thing 89 Fleer did, the Billy Ripken card on the sheet was at the bottom middle of the sheet.
Mhm.
So when they realized, oh, we messed up, there's curse words all over this card. We
Yeah.
need to cover this up. So before they started to doing all the cover ups, or even during the time they were doing cover ups, they actually were sawing into the sheets. I don't know if you ever seen these in it, but they're saw cut Billy
No.
Ripken F face cards. So here's one of them right here. So you can see this is an F face where they just cut a straight line up into the card.
Oh, okay. To like essentially like make it not usable.
Yeah, make it a void kind of
Yeah, yeah.
situation.
Okay.
And I feel like these cards never were meant to get out to the market.
Yeah.
They maybe were never in packs. These might have just been something that was in the factory that got out to employees, perhaps. I don't know exactly
Right.
how these got out. And there's all different types of the saw mark. So this one is right through the bat. You can see right through the F face.
Yeah.
There's like, again, different spots on the card. There's no rhyme or reason to where these were. So in this one, not only this is a double error because you have you have the F face, you have the saw cut, which I don't think the grading companies will put saw cut.
Right.
They just grade that as authentic.
Gotcha.
But also this one, you can see the F face there. It's like a double die cut
Yeah.
where they like double printed it or just really bad resolution. So
Double whammy. Yeah.
yeah, this one has all kind of stuff going on it.
Yeah. I like it.
So that's something that's probably very rare.
Yeah.
I think it's probably value-wise, probably on par with the black scribble. But because PSA doesn't slab it as a saw cut, that is what it is. As far maybe that would add more value if they did. Right.
That's true. Yeah.
Next up, we have the whiteout. And this one just has a white dot over, and I'm showing them right up here. The white dot just covering up the whole end of the barrel.
Mm-hmm.
And there's little different schools of thought about this one, Andy. And I don't know if you've read this, but some people feel that this was never issued in packs. Some of these cards are just altered after the fact.
Oh, really?
It's people trying to make a black box rare. I tend to not think that because the values, first of all, PSA grade these as a whiteout.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, obviously they think it's a legit variation. And this is the most valuable of all the variations.
The white dot one?
The white out. Yeah, the white dot. Yeah.
Okay.
PSA 10 on average, $11,700 in a PSA 10.
Wow. Yeah. Crazy.
PSA 9, $2,500. Even an 8, still $1,300. So
Yeah.
the most expensive of the variations here.
Yeah.
Lastly, you have the white scribble, similar to the black scribble up top. It doesn't even necessarily look white when you're looking at on the bat itself. It looks like it just sort of scraped off.
Yeah.
Very rare though, less rare than the whiteout, but rarer than the rest. PSA 10, $6,500. PSA 1309. PSA 8, $1,375.
Oh,
So,
wow. That's great.
and I think there are some variations of that too in terms of the amount of scribbling going on. So,
Yeah.
so I mean, if you want to complete that whole run, you're paying a pretty hefty price
Yeah,
to get
definitely.
all those variations, right?
Yeah, I'm sure somebody somewhere has done it, but like can you imagine getting a run of PSA 10s and all of the variations?
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. And there's probably stuff they don't even know about.
Yeah. Yeah.
And to get into what we talked about at the beginning with like how we pull these, me and Andy pulled one of these cards. You could
pulled
get
the original F face, right?
Original F face.
Yeah.
Original F face. So first, there's a date code on the cases of wax boxes. The date code is not on the wax box itself, not on the wax pack. So the only way to know if you have a shot at the F face is if you have an unopened case, or like one of the grading companies, BBCE, who will wrap the wax boxes,
Oh, right.
got a sealed case and they've wrapped each box as this stake code or this
Yeah, yeah,
maker
yeah.
code. So a lot of the ones you see on eBay, you have no idea the code.
Yeah.
Or if you do know the code, you know it's a code you can't hit an F ace in.
Gotcha.
So the code you want to watch for, anything earlier than 90171. Actually, let me see if I got that right. I think I mistyped that. Let me check one thing here. Yeah, no, 90171. That's correct. So,
Okay.
and what that number represents, anything lower than that number.
Right.
There's a little schools of thought that it might go up to 90201, but I think the 90171 is like the one that everyone is agreed on.
The standard. Yeah, yeah.
The standard. And what that number means, the 9 means that box was made in 1989, which makes sense. It's an 89 Fleer.
Yep.
The 017 is the 17th day of the year.
Okay.
So that anything made prior to January 17th, 1989
Gotcha.
you're guaranteed to have a chance at an F ace.
Okay.
The last one is just like the maker code, like the company who made it, or the factory code.
Gotcha.
That doesn't mean anything. So anything up until January 17th, you have a shot at the F ace. When you get into February, your chance of F ace goes down a lot.
But you have the chance of the others, I would assume, right? Is that not the case?
Well, at the black box for sure.
Yeah.
All the other variations we talked about, I don't think there's a known window, but it's probably like right at that January 17th to like February. Like there's a small window.
Black box, where they just
yeah.
did that solely. I got you.
Yeah, there's a small window where they were doing those other trial and error variations. So
where they had a team of scientists working on how to solve this very difficult problem and not just put a black box from the beginning.
Yeah, so I think that's the challenge there. If you have like anything after February,
you
have no shot at the F ace. Very likely not to have a shot at any of the other variations other than the black box. I wish there was more concrete data as to those other variations, but I don't think anyone knows that for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything right around, if you get that January 17th, you might have a shot at any of those. Yeah. Any of those variations or the F ace really. So
yeah, that'd be cool.
And the other thing too, there are other types of boxes out there and products out there. Cello boxes, for the longest time, I was told that cello boxes, you cannot hit an F ace. There are dig codes on the cello boxes. I think some people feel that you could potentially pull something out of one, but I think it's pretty unlikely out of a cello box. I think the wax box, and same goes for the rack packs. I think those are pretty unlikely because those were made later on after the wax boxes. So they might have been using older stock. So I guess potential variations could be in there.
Yeah.
But more likely a black box if you're gonna hit anything.
Gotcha.
The other card in the set, Andy, I don't know if you've ever, you don't have one of these. I don't think the Randy Johnson card.
Oh
Familiar with that?
No, but I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the Marlboro ad. One?
Yeah, the Marlboro ad. So that card I think is even earlier in the print run. I think the number for the Marlboro ad in the back. People don't know what we're talking about. We'll show it here, but in Randy Johnson's early card in that set, in the background there was a Marlboro ad on the home run, on the wall of the stadium.
Yeah,
like a billboard, and they didn't want that advertising cigarettes on the card. So Fleer later on marked it up or covered it with a greenish discolor, or green or blue.
Yeah, I've seen a couple variations of that too. Like some are darker than others, some are lighter, and some I think similar strategy. They tried to kind of, a couple different methods to get it to work.
Yeah. So maybe we'll take a deep dive into that one later. But that one also, I think you have to get an earlier date code than the Billy Ripken to get that original Marlboro card.
Gotcha.
So I think that was a very small window. They caught that pretty early. Probably when you're dealing with a company and advertising, that's a lot more at stake than a curse word on the card, I bet, right?
Yeah,
So,
right. It's true.
And probably the the FDA or whoever regulates, advertising of cigarettes and stuff. That's probably an issue for
It's a
Fleer.
no for sure.
It's supposed to be on a kid's baseball card.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that takes you through it. I think definitely some. I was looking at because I want to open a box that I know has a shot in an F face, and when I was looking, there was only one box on eBay. There's tons of boxes of '89 Fleer.
And so
But there's only-
let me ask you a question.
Hmm?
To be clear, it's on the box and not the case, right? I thought you. I don't know if
it's
you
on the
said
case. It's on
So
the
it
case.
ha- so it has to come from a clean case, and they have to. I guess you have to sort of take their word for it that it came out of the case. on the
No,
box?
the wrapping company, the grading company, BBCE.
Oh, right. I got you.
People will bring them a sealed case, and they wrap it with the day code on the wrapping on the label.
Okay.
So that's what you want to watch for. The BBCE box with a numbered code under 90171.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Yeah. Now you might see a seller that says, "Oh, this is they show the case, they show the box."
Yeah.
Hey, there's probably a lot of value to that empty case with the right day code on it because you can
Yeah,
buy
right.
any box.
Yeah, throw it in
Unscrupulous
there.
seller just throw other boxes in there.
Yeah.
But of all the '89 Fleer boxes on eBay, when I was looking today, only one has the proper day code that you have a shot at the F face. Now maybe some of the other ones you can get lucky if there's
Yeah.
no mark, because people didn't always know that, and they might have
Yeah.
opened a case a long time ago.
Absolutely.
So we opened one, we didn't know where it came from, so you can do it.
So how much? Do you know how much the boxes go for on average with the proper date code that is like verified?
I would say probably 400 maybe.
It's not bad. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I could do a little digging right now actually, but I think that would be my guess.
mean, 'cause
Good.
Again, like some of these, I mean, I think the Fleer QA was maybe not as great as it is. Some would say that's not great today either, but so it is hard to sometimes hit a PSA 10, but it may be worth a shot for $400 if you get a PSA 10 in any of those varieties, then you pretty much pay for the box.
So I did find one listing. So the other thing I'll say too is that they're on. It's I think a 500 card set.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay, it's a lot.
So you have, I think you have a shot of no Billy Ripken cards in a box. I think 0 to 2 would be the range of what you can expect in a box.
Right.
So, but yeah, a lot of 2 BBCE, FASC, fresh out of a sealed case. Case code 83371. So that's like, that'd be like November of 1988 when that one came out.
So you're could go for an F face, but likely not able to get any of the other varieties of that.
Exactly. Yeah. So a lot of 2 of them sold for $850. So $425 per box.
Yeah.
That's a pretty early day code. That might even get into the Randy Johnson shot for that day code too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So yeah, about $400 I would say. So that's what you're a non-wrapped, not the right date code, probably $150 for a box.
Yeah. I mean, I assume that almost most people won't have done the research that you've done for that, and just kind of assume that it's blind luck. And to be honest, it probably is blind luck, because most of these loose packs or boxes, like you said, are not going to have like the provenance to show where they came from a lot of times. I don't think, there are certainly some people that bought cases and stuff, but maybe some people just bought boxes and never, really had no idea about them and just held on to them. So,
absolutely. Yeah. I'm sure some of the boxes that are on eBay for $150 could be the right box.
Yeah.
You have no way of knowing.
Blind luck,
so I'll take a shot at one of them too.
Yeah.
So yeah, that takes you through it. I mean, if you wanted to take a shot at the FAs, at least we're trying to educate a little bit as to what to look for and all those variations. And if you've ever seen any of those if you own any of them, or if you ever pulled one of them, let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
We pulled the regular FAs, but
love to see some. If people have me, throw a picture in there. That'd be great.
Yeah. I don't know if you can't put a picture in the YouTube comment, but if you can figure that out, maybe you can, for all I know.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure you can. But let us know in the comments if you've ever pulled an F ace or any of the variations. And on that note, Andy's gonna see if we can pull one right now.
That's right.
We're gonna do a
little. We have no.
Yeah, Andy, where did you get this one from?
I think I got this from a lot that I probably bought from you. So I think it potentially could be.
Well, if that's the case, Andy, well, first I bought packs from our buddy, friend of the channel, Rod Picking and Punching Cards, and we pulled an F Ace out of those packs.
Oh, okay.
So I also bought another box after the fact. So I don't know if where this pack came from.
Yeah, I don't know which pack I got it out of.
Yeah.
But all right, let's see what we get.
So let's see. But before we get in there, Andy, obviously we're hunting Billy Ripken, Randy Johnson, but obviously you can always hit that Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card too, right?
I haven't hit that. I've opened a couple of these. And I've yet to hit. We hit the F face, but I've never hit anything else interesting, unfortunately. But we shall see. Hopefully, I recall this goes like that.
There you go.
Rub sticker. All right. Todd Burns, David Palmer, David Wells, Draybeck.
It's a good picture of the Pirates.
Strawberry. I don't remember this card. I don't remember. It's kind of like an insert.
Is this a sticker? It's not a sticker.
No, I
right?
don't think so. No, they got an insert card. Rick Mahler, Brian Fisher, Mike Campbell, Jose Kendo. Remember him?
Yeah.
Lee Smith.
Here we go.
Big,
Hall of Famer.
Big arm. Harold Baines.
Another Hall of Famer.
Not Jeff Reed, though.
No.
Luis Rivera. Last card, I think. Oh, no, 2 cards left. Harold Reynolds.
Right. He's a good, great shortstop or second baseman.
Now he's an announcer.
Yeah.
And Jose Uribe. Unfortunately, no.
He's the shortstop. Yeah. Got some stars there. Got a couple of Hall of Famers.
Yeah. Strawberry little insert. I don't remember. I don't think that comes in all of them.
That's a good question. I don't know if it does or not. And I've opened a lot of that, but I don't remember. There you go. So we didn't hit one, but again, if you ever hit one, let us know in the comments. Oop, what was that? I was trying to pull that off. And I do have plans, Eddie, on the channel here I'm going to buy a box. I'm hoping it's the right box, but
yeah,
I'm going to try to do a pack rip a day until I hit one.
There you go.
So we'll see. Either an F face, hopefully a variation.
That'd be
cool. Not the black box, but I'll take whatever.
Yeah, I have 2, but I'm always looking to add, more to my range. So if you do pull something fun,
you have a black box, right?
I think so. Yeah, I do have a black. I don't think I have that one graded. I have the 2 F faces graded.
What were your grades on them? You remember?
Low, like 6s, maybe a 6 and a 7, maybe, or 5 and a 6. They're not great.
I feel like those cards grade pretty well. I mean, if they're fresh out of a pack,
okay.
They're like, I mean, I'm not sure of that, but I feel like they're. It's not like they're a colored border, or they probably are.
Yeah, the black borders cards are really, I think, notorious for showing wear. So those are tough. But yeah. No, you're right. I think they're pretty good for the most part. I think, unfortunately, I think the 2 that I got, I either bought them like they were, or maybe they were kind of a loose card that.
I feel like I bought one for you at a flea.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was loose too. So
I bought a few black boxes at a card show for a couple bucks each.
Yeah.
So they're cool.
Well,
but anyway, yeah. What?
Super informative. Now you know what to look for, even if you don't know what box to look for. I don't know that everybody knows the scribble hierarchy, right? So if you see a scribble out in the wild for maybe less than an F base, buy it, right? I mean,
absolutely.
I think those
are. If you see any white on the end of the bat, scoop it up, right? Those are the ones that are like top dollar. Anything white on the end. Yeah. The black scribble, I mean, like it's on par with the F face, as we said. It's a little undervalued, but less common, I feel like. So yeah, I would, anything like that, definitely buy them. The black box, I bought a few of them. I think they're $2 each.
Yeah.
So you can find them, but the other ones, any of the other variants, definitely, if you find them, buy them.
Yeah.
And hopefully we hit one on the channel here on one of our Rip a Day videos that are going to be coming soon, as soon as I get a box in the mail. Yep. So guys, stay tuned for these videos. We'll be doing some more of these. We're doing a lot of our card ranking videos, putting out This Week in Sports Cards every Sunday morning, 10 a.m., covering the trending topics in sports cards. And in those videos, we'll have a little unboxing as well. Any final words, Andy?
No, I would say other than, yeah, I got nothing.
Well, yeah, and it's sort of, I wanted to cover this topic because that's the Billy Ripken card is my nickname for Andy anyway. So it's something special to me. So there we go.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll wrap
but
up.
also, I would say one thing. Let me say one thing. If you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
anything that you're interested in that
Yeah.
you'd like us to do a deeper dive on, give you some information on. We can
That was
do
more
that.
productive. That was more productive than my comment.
It was.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you have an interesting card or air card or set that you'd like us to take a deep dive in, throw it in the comments. Because I know Real Life Perspective Show, it asked about 89 Fleer, so maybe Sean will watch this or he'll learn from this video. But anything else you'd like to hear about? That was a good point from Andy over there. Got to highlight that when that happens because it doesn't happen too much.
Guess I'm not an F face in this occasion.
No, not at all. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Oh.
Rips and Brews, card rips, beer sips. Rips and Brews, featuring vintage sport flips and king of pennants. Pennants, 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 pennants. Rips and Brews, card rips, beer sips. Rips and Brews, featuring vintage sport flips and king of pennants.